Welcome to Anime Unraveled. I am Rex Paget.
I am Daniel Peppers.
And I'm Tristan Morrow. Are you okay?
Yeah, I had a stroke there for a moment.
Is it because you've been watching too much anime?
It might be. Or it could also be because I took medicine earlier. But
Oh, no.
Hey, fellas.
Yeah, fellas.
Fellas. It's been an adventurous week.
It has been.
I've heard of your adventures.
Yeah, you've had a vacation.
I did have a vacation.
Yeah.
I have done a lot of housework.
Yay.
You and I went to Second and Charles.
Yay. Yeah, used manga store. We went on a little adventure.
We did go on an adventure. I got $45 for 12 PlayStation 4 games, most of which are completely dead IPs.
Yep. I got $35 for 60 Blu-rays because people just don't give a fuck about Blu-rays anymore.
Don't want them anymore. We got some good finds. There was some good stuff up there.
I just really like, and I just, we can do this up front, but like, I really like that there is a store out there still that you can get multiple. It's not like a GameStop where it's just like just video games. Like they have a lot of shit that's really cool.
They have all kinds of stuff.
And it's kind of nice to have a place if you don't want to go eBay, Amazon, or something.
You just walk up there.
Yeah.
There's some. They had a bunch of interesting stuff up there. There was that one, like we had volumes 1 through 4, but boy, did they look like a dog got a hold of them.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, of Chobits.
Yeah, we sent it to Rex because like, Rex, do you need these? He was like, no.
Yeah, I was like, they recently did hardcovers. No thanks.
Yeah, I'm good on that. They look rough.
They look like literally a dog said.
Oh yeah, I saw the picture.
I would have paid 60 cents to when I got up there and they were like, these are $5 a piece. I'd have been like, you're out of your fucking mind.
The only things that I kind of regret is they did have singles of Blade of the Immortal for $7, like a stack of them.
Yeah, it was like almost every volume, like 1 through 14. I think there was like some missing, but yeah,
it was a lot, and I left it. So if you're at a Second and Charles, I'm not going to tell you which one, but just if you're at one and you see 14 Blade of the Immortal singles, you're welcome.
You're welcome. He looked at me like, hey, you might want to, And he goes, there's money there. And I said, I'm here for like stuff that I like need. I'm not trying to do like the last time I came up here.
And just spend $200 on your birthday because happy birthday to you.
Yeah, pretty much.
Happy
Is
birthday
it a
to
yearly
the ground.
tradition now? We've done it twice.
We have done it twice.
I didn't get to go this time though.
Yearly tradition?
Maybe.
Hey.
I mean, I take the same week of vacation every year.
Yeah, fair.
But yeah, I made it a point to go up there and I was like, I'm not going to do what I did last time. And like, just when you saw me gazing off into the distance, it was me remembering that I went up there and left with all of Wodokoi.
Yep.
All of Wodokoi.
All of Wodokoi. Volumes 2 through 5.
MSRP.
Yeah.
Not right stuff prices.
Not right stuff prices. A bunch of other stuff. And then that night,
Strongest Mercenary in the spaceship shuttle thing.
Yep, that one. And then that night, I got home, got online, was texting Peppers about some Right Stuff anime, and he's like, hop in the Discord.
Hop in the chat.
Let me help you out. And I'm like,
Brother, have I told you about our Lord and Savior?
RightStuffAnime.com?
Could you imagine if they sponsored? Listen, RightStuffAnime.com.
please.
Please?
Or Crunchyroll. We buy things.
Either way.
Listen, I still pay that. I pay the Crunchyroll membership. I pay
Which is merging with High Dive, isn't it?
No,
No.
Verve. Verve was technically a subsidiary of Crunchyroll already. Like if you had a Verve membership, it included Crunchyroll and everything as like a blanket membership. But it used to have High Dive as well. Like High Dive, Verve,
I thought they were all together.
Rooster Teeth. It all used to be like you could get all of them on Verve. But High Dive left, did their own thing. And then
Because they have the banger anime, Ocean Akoi. It's number 1 now. It beat Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Crazy.
On my anime list.
a mouth down.
Yeah.
So like
It's only for a moment.
Yeah, I was about to
always.
say.
The Brotherhood is coming for it.
The king will come back.
Yeah, don't worry
always
about
does.
it.
Until Bleach, the second core comes, and then it's gonna.
I wonder if there are people out there, because I know we want to talk about, you guys have watched a ton of anime, but I wonder if there's people out there that are the Brotherhood and they wait for it to drop to number 2 and say, go get them. Go
Attack.
Review bomb.
Facts.
I love the first volume of Ocean Akoi. I think it's so good. So
I still haven't read it.
yeah, I do want to watch it. I don't have a High Dive account.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
You have access to mine.
That's true. I guess I could do that.
Sharing
You
is caring.
literally have I texted you
Yeah,
the
I know.
login.
I'm aware. So
For
if you want to
Josh.
log in, hack into my phone.
Yeah, because Josh texted me on the Discord and was like, hey, man, can I have your Discord? Not Discord, your High Dive. And I said, yeah, fuck it. Why not?
Hey, fuck it, ball. But yeah, so what have you guys been watching? Let's do it.
Boy.
What are we doing? What are we starting? Where are we starting? Where are we
Do we
starting?
want to start with me since it's been a long time since I've just watched anime?
Yeah, it's a long time.
Listen.
I mean, I've been quiet so far, but let's go.
All right. So I have spent this vacation housework and anime with a little bit of video games, but not quite as much. So I was at like episode 7 of Eminence and Shadow when I left off. I am current with that.
Ooh.
Yeah, completely current with that as far as the anime goes.
How do you feel about it?
The silence speaks volumes.
It does.
It does. It really does. They took a weird, like not a weird turn. Like I could definitely see why, but I think that he puts too much, like they put way too much focus, and I get why they do. I still enjoyed it, but he puts way too much focus on like what would an Eminence and Shadow do? Like in every side, he's literally like, okay, so I'm gonna make my dramatic entrance right now.
That's what I kind of started getting tired of. That's why I like ended up breaking off for a while. I'll eventually finish it, but
Now, I will say that he does, there's, after the initial, I think you left off when he does his first I Am Atomic.
no. I left off after, well, yeah, he had done that. And he'd only done it the first time, I think.
I remember y'all were hyped when he did it. You were
yeah.
like,
Oh, yeah, dude,
it was
that moment
scene.
is hype as fuck.
It's real.
Like,
It looks really
honestly,
good.
it's worth watching the show up to that point just to see that. Like, that's how good of a moment it is.
all right.
So,
all right.
But
There-
no, I got up to the moment where the gymnasium had been taking over.
Okay.
And he solved that problem.
Yeah,
And
well-
after he solved that, it went to the next episode literally is like bullshit. And I was just like, I can't do this.
Yeah, they did do a lot of that, which was kind of upsetting. But there
Yeah, it was like
is-
fan service episode number 5.
Yeah.
out of 10 episodes.
So you see I Am Atomic like one other time, I think, in the anime, and it's I Am the All Range Atomic. And that moment was really cool because there's some backstory that goes into it and why they are where they're at. And it's just really funny because all this time, if you watched it, you know that he just like literally like shit in his hand and threw it at some people as like, this is why, this is what's going on. These are the evil people, the cult of Diablos and whatever. Like he just pulled it out of his ass.
Right. Yeah.
Turns out it was all completely 100% accurate.
Yeah,
Got lucky.
He's basically like a prophet.
That man got lucky.
At another point, he throws a knife at the table because like the followers, the 7 shadows are like, well, where's your sister? He throws a knife at the table. He goes, you'll find her there.
Perfectly right.
Perfectly correct.
Oh, so he's just...
He is a prophet.
Yeah. So there's just all kinds of stuff for him. He does not believe any of this is actually
No, he
real.
thinks they're all acting.
Yeah.
What?
Yes. He thinks that all of the people that are like a part of Shadow Garden are just
Yeah.
playing along with his game.
Like it's the Truman Show and he's Truman?
yeah, pretty
Yeah,
much.
kind of.
Like he
But
does
it's
not
not.
think
Yeah,
no.
but it's not all.
everything
But he
that,
gets everything right.
yes.
Yes.
Everything that happens is like everything he guesses happens is like correct. Now there are times when he like realizes like, oh, this is actually like this could be bad. Like I need to
Solve this problem.
solve this problem. But he does think that all the members of Shadow Garden are just playing along. He also thinks that all of the members of Shadow Garden are taking his knowledge from his past life and just using it to make themselves rich, even though everything they do is exclusively for him.
Yeah.
Like if he could dip into the funds that of the companies that were built with his knowledge, he would be richer than a king. He's got more money than a kingdom
Right,
itself.
right. The Jeff Bezos money.
Yeah. He
Yeah.
feels that he has to steal like a single gold coin from one of his underlings because he doesn't think that the money is for him. Even though it's all for him. And they've told him multiple times, like, you have unlimited access to this if you want it. He's like, no, I don't.
No, they're just kidding.
It seems like it has so much going on.
It has a lot,
It
honestly.
does.
It really does. And again,
But
this,
also very narcissistic to
Okay.
be like, it's all for me.
Again,
but it's not for me.
this
No.
is also the anime that, like, the first episode, it doesn't straight up immediately go into being an isekai.
No.
If it would have followed his actual story of his first life and he didn't get hit by a fucking truck,
Dracoon.
dude, it would be amazing. Because
Yeah.
that original story was fucking cool.
Yeah, when he was beating people with crowbars, using them as, fuck, what are those? Like,
Not Zanpakutos. What are they called?
there's like,
Bankais?
No.
no. He
Not
used
batons, but
kind of like batons, though.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
Can't
so-
think of the name.
Battalions.
No.
No.
I can't think of the name either, but he like uses them as like
Tompas.
the top. Yes.
Yes!
That's it. He
Look at
uses
me.
them as those and like
Never
beats
heard
the
that.
fucking shit out of
That's
some poor
because
dude.
you never watched Rurouni Kenshin and you also never watched Hitman Reborn.
Fair.
Tompas were really big in both of those.
Ah.
Like he beats the fucking dog shit out of some people with him.
You know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. You sold me on it. I know that sounds crazy, but you kind of fucking sold me on it.
Honestly, there is a sense of humor in it for me that he literally.
I feel like you gotta have a sense of humor. For something like
so to me, he completely just thinks that the people of Shadow Garden are just taking his ideas to get rich, and he has no claim to this.
He's like this main character of this TV show.
Yeah, but except he wants to play as a background character. Everything he does when he's not Shadow, he's a background character. Except he ends up like fake dating like the royal princess.
Yeah.
A background character does not do that.
No. Yeah, he literally is just like, oh, I fucked up.
Yeah, he actually, because he thinks it's the perfect background character moment. He asks her out. She looks at him and goes, yeah, why not? And he's like, son of a bitch.
I was supposed to get rejected.
Yeah, he was like, I was supposed to get slapped possibly, you know? Someone take me down.
Honestly, it's worth a watch if you ask me.
It definitely sounds interesting. It's on the list.
Up to the first I Am Atomic, it's definitely worth a watch. Where I'm at, it might be worth it.
It kind of
it
teeters out.
Yeah.
Listen, it has a lot of peaks and valleys.
It does.
This man loves JoJo's. He should understand peaks and fucking valleys.
You're right.
I mean,
I know you don't believe that, but I appreciate you saying that I'm right.
Soon you're really going to have to get into that.
We're close. We are so fucking close.
Nightmare.
The episodes are coming, boys.
Well, I watched The Legendary Hero is Dead, which I think it only had one episode when I watched it.
It has 2 now
because
I literally was looking at starting it today.
Oh, you would love it. Like
perfect.
It's your type of show.
Literally, it is this generation's high school DxD. Like,
listen to me. You don't have to say it anymore to sell me. I'm in.
Yeah, like honestly, I didn't think I'd be in, but the comedy is fucking gold. Ooh. Like,
brother, are you joining me in the etching?
I'm watching this one for damn sure.
You are transferring us all.
Well, no, dude, if you watch it, you also would be like, holy shit.
Know.
Well, yeah, but Peppers also is like very, 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 very like slowly, but also as soon as he started his descent, just kind of fell into depravity with me.
It was like, I don't want to get on this roller coaster. He talked me into it.
He was like, what's this my dress up dark? Oh, no.
Yeah, basically, it's like if you've ever been to Six Flags over Georgia, Daredevil Dive. It's like it's a climb to the top, and then it is a straight plummet.
Actually, it's a negative plummet.
Yeah, because it goes in.
Yeah, it goes in.
Pepper slowly got up to the top, and then he's like, all right, there's no way I'm going to jump off this. And then he went, whee!
Dude, you got to think, I watched Konosuba and then went to the Haven. That was my next step. There was no in between for me.
I respect it.
And I respect you. But I don't know. Sell me. I don't know anything about this series.
So The Legendary Hero's Dead. Basically, it starts off about this guy that's just like, oh yeah, I'm just farming.
It's a regular dude.
Just a basic regular dude. And demons exist, in which there is a legendary hero that's supposed to like kill the demon lord.
I think the legendary hero's name was like Scion.
I think you're right. I honestly can't.
It's a good legendary name.
Yeah,
I know.
I can't remember a single one of their names because it's been about a week or so.
The only reason I know is because I read the description of the first episode and said, I'm in.
Oh yeah. So basically what happens is since demons are a thing, this guy has made a trap to like lure the demon to it and kill the demon since, he doesn't have like weapons or anything. And the legendary hero shows up and slays the demon. And he's like, oh, okay, well, everything's fine. But then the legendary hero falls for his trap and dies.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
Uh-oh. It's like the meme where that dog is sitting there, everything is fine, and then it's all on fire.
Well, yeah,
it's the next part for me.
It is so fucking amazing. So the next part is all the villagers show up and they're like, dude, you killed the legendary hero. What the fuck are we going to do? And he was like, no, we killed the legendary hero. They're not just going to believe that I somehow did it. They're going to think the whole village is at fault. And then all of them are just like, fuck, you're right. So the next scene is just them like burying him off in the woods somewhere, like all shady and shit. And I'm like, oh my God, this might be amazing.
That's incredible.
It's the best. But
I like how he fully committed. He just turned around and he said, this is where I'm at. And he's like, we're all in this together.
He fully commits.
He fully commits to everything he does. It's amazing.
He fully, I
Why
read
do
the
you
description.
look threatening to me?
I read the description. He fully commits because he wakes up in the hero's body.
Oh yeah. So what happens is the legendary hero had a party companion following him around, but she never stayed too close because she was a necromancer, and those aren't. Well, basically,
They're frowned upon.
They're frowned upon heavily. If they're found out, they'll be killed.
Gotcha.
So when she found out this happened, the hero had asked her if anyone ever managed to kill him, to find someone else that could take his place. And she was like, well, since you managed to kill him, obviously you can be the legendary hero. So he wakes up in his body.
This sounds so good.
It's so fucking
great.
good. Like
I read
so
the description
good.
of the first episode.
It is a little etchy, but honestly,
Hey,
Listen, if
good.
you said if it's this generation's high school DxD, it's not just a little etchy. It's coming.
it starts off slow. It's not like some of the series I watch. I watched a lot of series this last
High school
week.
DxD did not start off slow. That man Issei went on a date and then got stabbed and then titties. It was very quick.
all I have to say is,
He woke up next to a naked Rios Gremory, and I gotta say, he came out on top.
all I have to say is, I've been training for this moment.
Probably.
This moment is for me.
100%. Yeah, I read that first episode description, and honestly, I was sitting there and I was thinking to myself, I'm like, I could just watch the first episode. Mason won't know that I started another anime. I almost did. I actually, it was playing, and I had watched maybe the first, like not even the first minute, like the first 4 seconds, and I paused it to get dressed.
Yeah.
And he was like, "You ready to go?" And I said, "Yeah." I was very upset because he came down. I thought he was gonna go upstairs, get
Hey, maybe tonight. Maybe tonight.
maybe tonight. Boy, after I get back from Texas Roadhouse, that's the first thing I'm doing.
yeah.
I'm
I'm
opening
gonna
up
be full
Verb.
from these rolls.
Boy.
Texas Roadhouse, if you want to sponsor
Yeah, the
us.
roll.
I just
just
care
the
about the
roll.
That
rolls.
cinnamon butter roll. Yeah, fucking
But
A.
yeah, so that's my plan for tonight.
Oh, nice.
Because there's that one. I got to watch all of High Card.
I have to get
I'm
caught
way
up.
behind on High Card.
I'm only like 3 episodes behind.
Like tomorrow when I come in, I'll probably have another 10 episodes watched.
You're a monster.
Welcome back to the
I
fold,
got some
brother.
drawing to do. So
Yeah,
That's fair.
We gotta get rid. Oof. All right, so next
I guess
one,
it's-
keep it popping.
Let's
fellas.
see. So after I finished Eminence and Shadow, I watched. We'll just start with a Mappa. I'm gonna go with a Mappa one because
Oh.
Hell's Paradise?
Hell's
Yeah,
Paradise.
Hell's
I've
Paradise.
watched both episodes of Hell's Paradise.
Yeah,
Gotta say,
It's
I'm about
real.
it.
Yeah, it's clean.
It's so good. I'm a huge fan. The first episode.
The first episode was real good.
The first volume is really good.
Like when he immediately like when they're talking and he's like not dying and stuff, and she's like, "Well, obviously you don't actually want to die because you're resisting." And he's like, "No, I'm not. Fuck, maybe I am."
Yeah,
And
he
then
was like, "Ah, fuck."
everyone's like gonna kill him, and he's like, "You wanted to see ninjutsu, right?" And then he goes Nimpo, and like it's like he lights himself on fire, but the way that it was animated,
Oh,
in
it
this,
looked great.
chef's kiss. I would say that the animation of the fire in this was better than the animation of the fire in Fire Force, which the fire in Fire Force was really pretty.
It's literally called fucking Fire Force.
I don't know. There's the one. Okay, what's the guy that's like the strongest in Fire Force? I can't remember his name.
Benny Maru.
Yeah, I don't know. When he gets to Benny Maru, those flames are something else.
Yeah, fair. But like it was
but for
really
a first episode,
For first
dude.
episode, oh yeah, it's
hook, line, and sinker.
yeah, Hell's Paradise
I'm
is
in.
cooking.
yeah, they're cooking
Literally.
fire.
Yeah.
I mean,
know, like
they
I
tried
said-
killing him with oil on fire. They tried burning him at the stake.
Yeah, I remember
cutting his head off.
I
Cutting his head
remember
off?
when I read this like maybe a year ago. The only reason I stopped reading it, it was during the time it had just come out, and it was hard to find volumes 2, 3, and then I just fell behind. But
Yeah, it
I
was
remember loving.
it was
story.
really good. And then I'm caught up because episode 2 was released, so I know more than Rex does. But yeah, I cannot wait to watch more. Like this is definitely one that I watched the first episode of, and I was like, I am in.
And it's kind of cool that you say that the animation is nice and it's a good style to it
Yeah.
because even the manga and stuff, there is so much action that really to be a good it's kind of like how I feel about Demon Slayer. I don't know if the story is there, but if it's pretty and the action scenes are amazing, I think it's already got better character.
Okay,
than
Also,
Demon Slayer.
speaking of Mappa,
Yeah.
the motorcycles in the beginning of
Oh,
the-
dude, it's
so
still,
great.
It makes me laugh.
It's so great.
Yeah, they still are using Studio Wit's motorcycles.
Yeah.
Like, I need to know if this is just out of spite. Like, what is this?
I love Petty around here.
It was so great. I saw that and I was like, man.
Yeah, because you haven't watched Vinland Saga.
No, I have not.
Yeah, so season
so
2 Vinland
good.
So
Saga.
I
they
saw
did
that and I
So good.
immediately recognized it from you guys talking. I was like, oh, they did it again.
Yeah, I was surprised they did it again.
Mappa out here. Listen, I know during the
They're
original,
slapping their dick on a table.
the original,
It's so good.
the original debate on Chainsaw Man, I was kind of like falling. I'm back on board.
You're back on him.
I'm back on with Mappa
It's ballsy. It's literally ballsy because I haven't watched this yet, but to know that they're just like,
because I've also
no one will
watched
know.
more Chainsaw
No one
Man.
will fucking know.
I've also watched more Chainsaw Man, and I'm kind of on board.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so
yeah,
I've
yeah,
seen
yeah.
more Chainsaw Man as well, and it gets better.
Yeah.
I'm back on board. Mappa, you brought me back.
As Anime Unraveled, we will apologize. Chainsaw Man got good.
Now, first episode still rough. I went back and watched that too.
Yeah.
It was not
yeah,
great.
the first episode still don't hold up.
Because I remember where Tristan told me last time where he had stopped, where they're coming out of the hotel after that.
Yeah.
After that,
Katana Man and stuff.
Oh, dude,
Yeah.
Katana Man's
Yeah.
my.
Oh, so you watched that too?
Well, I've also read
Oh,
it.
that's true. Yeah, because
So good.
Oh,
So good.
it's
So good. I'm
good.
back on board.
Yeah.
So I guess that's technically 2 and 1, but like there's only 2 episodes of Hell's Paradise.
Mappa.
Yeah.
You've obviously watched,
The
but
first-
I had to bring it around to a formal apology to the fans about my my transgressions against Studio Mappa.
Oh, well, okay. I still have the one of they did kind of mess with a character in Vinland Saga.
I haven't seen Vinland Saga, so I cannot speak on it.
But other than that, as far as animation goes, they've been pretty consistent. It's just I don't like
that
them
first episode of
altering
Chainsaw Man.
characters.
All right, but I am here to rectify my mistakes.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Hey, it's okay. I forgive you.
Thank you, Peppers.
Even though I was part of it.
Thanks,
But
Studio Mappa. I appreciate
I
that.
got to tell you, I have them on the phone.
Gotcha.
Yeah, they say.
I think this apology was just for me. It's for me.
But yeah, I can't wait for season 2 of Jiu-Jitsu.
Oh yeah,
They
dude,
released a
it looks
trailer.
so good.
Yeah, they released a trailer. So
They also released trailers for like the second core of Bleach, and it looks like it's going to be even better.
I mean, Blood War gets better.
No, but I mean like the animation.
Oh.
It looks better.
Yeah, that's what
Oh.
you said last week.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did you say it on the podcast? Last week?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
did. I remember.
Was I asleep? No, that was, I wasn't here. That's right.
Yes, you were.
My avatar was here.
Oh yeah, this is true.
Wait, what happened?
Sword art, bud.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
You look so confused. You're like, the fuck are you talking about?
It's been a week.
It's been a long week.
I can tell, buddy. But so I also watched another anime, good old Mashle, Magic and Muscles.
No, I have not seen it.
Dude, it's good.
Is
The
it?
comedy in it is on point. The animation style is like Zatch Bell, but which I always liked the drawing style of Zatch Bell. I just didn't like the series.
Well, see, what's really funny is that both Mason and Jordan, not long after moving down here, both decided that they were going to watch all of Zatch Bell, and they did.
They just decided?
Yep. Mhm.
Why would you decide that?
I think it was like more of a they wanted to watch something or an anime or something from their childhood, maybe. I
Watch
don't-
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah, there's other choices.
Well, I
Like,
mean, I
Watch
think
Beyblades.
Hey, I have it.
No, I do have a question for you because all I've heard is like the manga got really popular. I don't know anything about this series. Is it like a comedy Harry Potter mixed with a shonen?
Okay, yeah, it's very much comedy slash actually very serious slash.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I didn't
because
know it was
so
very serious.
basically the thing is the way that it has a similar art style as Zatch Bell, which is like lines on faces and stuff.
Okay.
In Mashle, that means you have magical powers.
Oh, so they worked it into the story.
Yeah, so they
That's
worked
pretty
it
cool.
into the story to actually make it make sense, which was cool because I never understood it with Zatch Bell, but I did like the style of it. And this main character, Mashle, doesn't have magic at all. Like, nothing. So his,
muscles.
yeah, just muscles.
all he has is
So
muscles.
His adopted father, like, has had him off in the woods away from anyone so they wouldn't know that he exists, basically.
Okay.
And it's just told him, hey, do this training every day. And that's all you got to do. And it was all physical training because he was like, you need to have some kind of edge if you're going to survive in this world, because in this world, they've gotten to the point where they want magic to continue being a thing. So they kill off anyone that doesn't have magical powers.
Almost
Oh.
to a degree of, you know who else works out because they don't have any magic?
Asta.
So you like Asta as a character. I hear you.
No, because unlike Asta, which, by the way, Mashle is like an airheaded character, he's quiet.
Like
though.
Asta.
He is very
Quiet.
quiet though. Like he's airheaded, and then his grandpa will be like, hey, go do this. And he'll go out the door and forget if it's a push or pull and just destroy the door.
You know what's so funny? I don't even know.
That just flashes a scene.
In my head, I was about to say the joke of like, oh, he's one of those characters that doesn't understand push or pull.
Oh, yeah.
When you said that.
He does not.
All it reminded me of when he said that was the scene from Rob Dyrdek's
Fantasy Factory?
Fantasy Factory where he tells...
Oh, yeah, walk through the door.
and
You can walk straight through it.
Yeah, well, you can walk straight
He
through the
just
door.
shatters
He
it.
said that, and I'm like, boy, that's all that was. This man just pulls a straight up Rob Dyrdek and just
Basically.
through the door
But
every
the thing
time.
is, he's always very, like, apologetic.
Yeah.
Like,
he's sincere about
yeah, he's
his
sincere.
Yeah, he's a
It's just-
lovable bozo.
Yeah, he's a lovable bozo.
Yeah.
100%.
I like those characters.
In which, obviously, he ends up, while his father is out, he goes into the city, and people were like, he doesn't have magic.
Get him.
Get him.
Attack.
Get him, boys.
You know.
And then he just,
So they send the crew to go find him and kill him. And the crew's just like, I'm going to cast my dragon killing spell. And he's just like, I can just deflect that with my muscles.
so he just,
Like literally, the way they animate it's hilarious because he literally just, the spell's coming towards him at like light speed and he just goes psh, and slaps it into the ground. It's amazing.
that's great.
awesome.
That does sound like something I need to
So
watch.
what ends up happening is the guy that finds out he doesn't have magical powers is like, he's corrupt, obviously, because, you know, government bodies, you have corrupt people.
Yeah.
And he's like,
It's not an episode unless Rex mentions the government.
Hey, stop.
Not an episode.
Anyways, so he makes a
Notice
deal.
how I looked over at you?
Yeah, I knew you were going to. Anyways, he makes a deal with him. And he's like, every year, one person out of the Magical Academy is chosen to be like the most prestigious student, and they basically get like governing rights to a degree. Mm-hmm. If you do that, we will act like none of this has ever happened. So they fake the fact that he has magical powers and sends him to the academy. So his goal is to become the like number one
With no magic.
with no magic.
Almost like
Asuka.
Asuka.
Yeah, it's very similar. But when he gets to the Magic Academy, it looks straight up like Hogwarts. I was like, what?
I knew it had a Harry Potter because I've seen the cover.
Yeah, he had the cloak.
He
I
has
was like,
the cloak, and
dear
I'm
God.
like, that's a fucking Harry Potter.
But,
reference.
So it's like if Chad went to Hogwarts.
Yeah, it is 100%
Giga
Chad.
Chad goes to Hogwarts.
It is.
Son of a
The
bitch,
thing
I'm
is-
in.
You should watch just his workout routine because it's hilarious.
He's basic. Okay, so it's a combination of Chad from Bleach without the Fullbringer powers.
Yeah.
Goes to Hogwarts.
I cannot wait for John Cena to play the live action version of Mashle. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great.
So what else you got, Tristan?
So I have talked about this a couple times. If you are a fan of just really shitty isekai, you'll be happy to know. In Another World, my smartphone season 2 is out.
Just as a public service announcement.
Public service announcement. I'm caught up.
Of course you are.
So I have loved this. I love this anime. It's just bizarre. It's great. I love it. It's so wonderful. Apparently in the light novel it gets like really good, but like I don't have the light novel.
Yeah.
So I watched. It's the first 2 episodes. I think that the second episode came out on my birthday, so it releases on Mondays.
It's meant for you.
Yeah,
released on
I
your birthday.
I love In Another World with my smartphone. Like it's so mid that it's beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm glad you can admit it.
Yeah, 100%.
There's a place for mid anime. I
There-
will fight
there
that.
is-
I will
Hey,
fight that
and
battle.
I'm that guy.
Yeah.
I love me some mid anime.
Yeah,
I've
yeah.
got a lot of them on my lists of stuff that I've watched.
Trust me.
I know. Yeah, I know you know. So I was watching it and I was like, man, I wonder if we're gonna get to the part of the light novel where they introduce mecha. Yeah, this anime has a mecha aspect to it.
I
later
remember
on.
you saying that.
And they have already hinted that they're gonna get to the frame gears, so we're probably gonna see a mecha aspect to In Another World with my smartphone.
Mecha's coming back, boys. We got Mobile Suit this
Okay,
season.
well, wait, no. Mecha has already been back, buddy. We have Attack on Titan.
We are
Technically speaking,
we
they're
are not,
just they're flesh mechas.
we're not that podcast.
We're not that podcast. We're not doing this.
but I agree.
I had to for the joke, though.
But yeah, so basically, they just mentioned the frame gears in episode 2, which means I'm wondering if season 2 is going to get all the way to where you see them get the frame gears,
Or
but,
they're just hinting at it.
or if they're just going to like be like, hey, we'll bring these in season 3. I'd be so upset. I want to see the frame gears. But anyways, so yeah, so I've been watching that. It's exactly as mid as I remember. I had recently rewatched all of season 1, so I didn't have to rewatch all of season 1 again.
Because you were caught up to current. Because it's a very probably story dense anime.
No, it's a very it's plot detailed. Not really. He has lots of women that love him.
Oh,
He's already got 4 fiancées.
Oh boy.
He's
for you.
16.
illegal, but all right. Well, no, they might be 16 too. I don't know.
They are.
Okay, well,
Well, actually, no. Princess Yumina is not 16. Anyways, so he's supposedly gonna have like 9 wives. I can't remember what the exact number is, but he's supposed to have a large number of wives.
Yeah.
And he's already gathered like 4 of them.
So you're almost done.
No.
He's almost collected.
No,
the
he has to
Infinity
beat.
Stone.
He has to beat the phrase with the mechas
Oh, fair.
and his overpowered smartphones.
So, speaking of mid anime,
I'm all in.
shit.
I'm
So,
all in for mid.
I also tried to watch anime because you know what I've been doing is watching Instagram reels and being like, hey, this shit looks good for this one split second scene.
Me.
I'll at least give it 3 episodes.
Yeah.
So I watched The Sacred BlackSmith. I think that's the title. Was it? Yeah, The Sacred BlackSmith. Literally the worst shit I've ever seen on my life. Like, okay,
You've been watching anime for a while, Rex.
I can't shit on this one enough. But the main character, I can't remember her first name, but I know her last name because she says it 50 fucking times, being like, I am of the Campbell house. I am like, you know, the only one that can do this.
I love tomato soup. Let's do
I
it.
love tomato soup. My name is Campbell. But
yeah, I got you.
Literally the worst fucking character on earth. Completely useless. The only thing she brings to the table is tits. And literally,
Listen, hang on.
I do mean literally because this show is supposed to be rated like TV 14, I think, which is crazy because within the first like 15 minutes you see full on nipples. I'm like, what?
They hit you with the.
I'm on board. I'm on board.
No,
I'm in.
I thought you'd watched this already.
I have.
Okay.
That's
yeah.
why he's in. He knows.
Okay, so how far did you get?
Not very far because I was watching 14 other things and got overwhelmed.
So I watched the
I watched like
They
the
were coming
first.
from here.
I watched like the first episode, but then like something else. I think it was back when like I was in a past anime renaissance.
Yeah.
And I was like in my like I was watching.
You have
7
peaks
between.
and valleys,
You do.
Yeah,
Video
so-
games take over.
like JoJo's.
Yeah. I mean,
My peaks are higher than any of JoJo's.
no. Anyways,
My valleys are shallower
when you do a
too.
collab with Mercedes, we'll get to talking.
Yeah. Maybe.
Maybe.
I don't like Mercedes.
I
like
don't
German-
either.
I don't like German engineering. So
All right. So you.
Okay,
you're,
so
yeah.
anyways, the one thing that I thought would be redeeming about this series is
other than titties.
No, the titties weren't even redeeming. Like they
Damn.
weren't nice.
They weren't great titties.
Yeah, they
is what
weren't
you're saying.
great.
They
It
could
looked-
be better.
I could draw better titties. Anyways,
Fair.
that
Look
Stretch
out for the
goal
next thumbnail.
200 subscribers.
no more than that for me to drop to these levels.
I don't know. If you want to put tits on me, I'm okay. That's my verbal. Fuck it for the content.
But anyways, basically she gets her shit wrecked and guy shows up and obviously destroys this demon that's, I guess, fighting them, whatever. He uses a katana. And I was like, oh, maybe this is going to be...
This is the one scene that got me to watch
yeah,
this.
yeah, it's the same scene. In which I was like, maybe, because I only had seen that scene through Instagram. I was
Yep.
like, maybe it's going to be like, oh, Western weapons like broadswords and stuff don't compare to folded steel like katanas. Maybe it's going to actually be a really good story. No, this motherfucker spawns a katana out of magic. And I'm just like, I'm done.
Damn, they
I'm
got
done.
me again. Instagram again.
Got me again.
Boy, we gotta learn.
After 3 episodes, I was just like, no, I don't even...
We gotta learn to stop just like watching the Instagram reels and being like, "This is it. This is the one."
found the one.
Hey, at least this one I stopped at episode 3. I didn't watch all 12 episodes to see the final fucking episode have 2 seconds of an epic scene.
I remember that, dude. You watched that scene. You're like, yeah, it's coming.
Yeah,
it's coming.
Oh, yeah,
it
it
was
was,
like,
uh,
oh, that was the whole thing.
It was
I can't remember the name.
something-
not Asterisk War. It was a chivalry of a failed knight.
Yep, that's it.
I know that one well.
You also got burned by that one.
No, I'm
he
waiting
liked
on.
it.
I love that one. I'm waiting on season 2.
All right.
I disagree.
So anyway,
You know what I'm waiting for? Reincarnated as a vending machine. Let's go.
yeah,
I swear to God,
I thought you were going to say Darwin's Game Season 2.
that too.
Yeah, well, yeah,
That's constant.
always in my heart. But no, I will definitely watch the vending machine reincarnation thing. I have to know.
I did.
Fair.
I did watch one good anime that I was surprised about.
I watched a wholesome one.
Oh, this one is wholesome.
I watched By the Grace of the Gods season 2. It's just about some kid that gets reincarnated in another world. He starts researching slimes and he makes like a little laundromat.
Rex, what did you watch?
That is so weird. Okay,
What did you watch?
so,
Great.
I don't want a slime laundromat.
Okay,
First
so-
off, he's a slime. He can never get my
No,
clothes clean.
he's not a slime. He's a person. He's a human boy.
Then why is it a slime
he
laundromat?
studied
Because
it.
He washes
he's-
the slime?
No, he studied slimes and he learned how the different evolutionary paths of slimes, which are like infinite. And so then he realized you can make cleaner slimes, which eat only grime and stuff. And so then
Off
he
of
makes
clothes.
so then he makes a laundromat. But there's also an adventure aspect, and he's overpowered because it's an isekai.
Obviously.
Rex, what did you watch?
Okay, so I also watched an isekai, but this is like I feel like this was an isekai made for the blue collar workers out there.
Okay.
It's called Handyman Saito in Another World.
Dude,
You need to fucking watch it.
It looks
I'm,
so good.
I'm almost done. The comedy is gold.
It looks so good.
And also, it's wholesome on the level of it shows his past life. And he was like, yeah, every job I worked, I was replaceable. And I was like, that is our current society.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
And he was like, and in this adventure party, like, the only thing I can really do is I'm like a locksmith and I can like make things. So
he's an artificer, essentially.
yeah, so I'm really not like that's the only thing I can do, but they need me. And I actually feel needed.
He feels wanted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they actually care for him like a great deal. And he's like, I never want to go back to my world.
That could be a really
So-
good story.
Yeah.
That could be a really good
So
story.
it has some valleys, but it's also interesting. Like the first few episodes, they don't put it together immediately. But yeah, you follow him and a group of adventurers. One of them being like a little fairy that can use magic. One being an old man that's like super high level and can use like really strong magic, but he has like dementia and forgets his own spells. So he's pretty funny.
a good cast of characters.
Yeah, and then a girl that's a knight that's like pretty badass. But while you're following this group, sometimes it would like skip over to show other adventures going into this dungeon. And all of their stories interweave eventually. But I like it when they weren't interweaving because it just seemed random.
Yeah.
And their stories were actually really fucking good.
This just sounds to me like I want to watch this, but this sounds to me like the cast of characters is like if Konosuba was a serious anime.
That's what it
kind of is, except it's not serious at the same time. Like there's a king of this realm, like this area that they're in.
Is this Dogman?
No, dog.
Okay.
No,
Well, we'll get to that
no.
then. Okay.
That's way later.
Right.
But no, the king of the realm also is like this old guy that like seems like he doesn't give a fuck about anything. And he's like, yeah, I'm going to go hang out with my friend. And his advisor's like, okay, just don't be too long. He goes and meets with like the demon lord and like plays chess against him. And he's like, well, I won. So you going to be a knight for me now? And he's like, if I have to.
I love
king?
that.
Yeah,
No, the demon
lord.
king.
Yeah, the demon lord ends up like being an underling to him, and it's the funniest
I love
shit.
that.
I want to believe that it's because Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey. Because they played all the games with the devil or whatever.
It might be.
I'm going to say it's a callback.
It might be a reference, really.
Yeah.
That's funny. Let's see what else. I want to.
You definitely should check it out. It's only 12 episodes, and it seems like it does the complete story in the 12. And it
I love something that ties it. That does that.
all
Like a
the
nice
side characters
So you
have.
don't think there's going to be a season 2?
There could.
They left the door kind of like...
Well, I'm not completely finished. I have 2 episodes left to see, but it looks like they're going to be at like an actual stop point.
Okay.
But they could technically keep going. But it is really great because all the side characters actually get kind of fulfill their stories throughout it. Because some of them are really interesting. One of them's like a ninja that basically has Shikamaru's ability. Except it's a little bit more OP. He can't control his shadow, but if he steps on your shadow, you can't move at all. Instead of like being able to do the same movements as him. So he's a fucking threat.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, technically Shikamaru can do that with shadow paralysis.
Yeah,
instead.
but doesn't it normally just like copy his own movements?
No, he can use shadow paralysis, which if his shadow reaches out, makes contact, it doesn't have to copy the movement.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure. I thought that's why he had different locations for his kunai and stuff than most people.
Well, I think he learned the paralysis later on.
Okay.
Yeah.
It wasn't like his first one is, you're right, is where he was like basically
Yeah,
shadow possession.
like a puppet.
It
Yeah,
was
shadow
shadow
possession.
possession jutsu.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has a couple of different ones
But
like later on.
Shikamaru should have won the fucking Naruto poll.
I
Who did win
wish.
that? I wasn't paying attention.
Minato.
Which is still good. It's much better than
It was
Sakura.
Minato at like 500,000 votes.
Yeah.
Number 2 was Itachi with like 300,000. Like
Itachi should've won.
Minato fucking smashed it.
I mean, I can understand why
You know what was
because
number 3? Sakura.
One Piece fans.
understandable.
I think number 4 was Kakashi and number 5 was Naruto.
Well,
I still think it would be hilarious if Naruto won.
I would have been.
That would have been really funny. But Kakashi, I think, already has
He
a
does.
novel.
Yeah.
I think Kakashi, Sakura both have novels, actually. I would have Minato and Itachi would have been
Shikamaru. for the win.
Shikamaru would have been. mine.
already has a novel.
I don't care. I want more.
Get more.
He could have a whole series. I
Yeah,
would
but-
watch his story again or read his story more. Read his story again through his own spinoff. Just from his perspective.
Yeah,
That's
that would be really cool.
Run it 300 volumes. Just do it. I'm in. You're welcome. Get rid of Baruto. You're welcome.
Yes,
mean-
yes. Fuck, I literally, so I want to save one of mine for like the end because I'm going to have to fight tooth and nail on that one.
Oh, I know which one that
Yep.
is.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll have to finish my list before then.
Yeah. You go again because I literally had one of the ones, but I, for
Forgot.
whatever reason,
That's why I typed up the list because I was like, I'll forget.
We're not list people.
No,
yeah,
we're
yeah.
not.
There is one I forgot to type.
Oh, I remember.
Okay, go.
This is what we do.
Yep. I just
people
can't.
off.
I remember why I fucked up
Okay.
because I can't remember the proper order of the name.
Yeah.
Okay.
The
Dead Mount Death Play.
Dead Mount Death Play. I watched that.
I
first
want to
episode.
watch it. I love the trailer.
Yeah, I
It's-
remember seeing the trailer and liking it. It's
Yeah.
just I kept forgetting
So
the
it
title.
is a reverse isekai. Someone gets reincarnated in our world. Essentially, like just from the first episode, I'm not going to say which person in that first battle gets
Sure,
reincarnated,
sure.
but one of them does. And they realize like there's not magic in this world, or there doesn't seem to be magic in this world. And then through a series of events, find out that there is locations of our world that they can channel to be able to use their magic from their past life.
So kind of like what Devil as a part-timer was trying to do
Yes.
before they realized they could just get it by causing everyone to be sad.
Yes. Essentially. And that first fight scene that you've seen in the trailer where it's
Yeah.
the hero versus the giant lich thing, real good.
Real good.
Real good.
Yeah, I've heard good things about it, and I really want to check it out. I just
Geek
haven't.
Toys was the studio that did it. They did Plunderer, Data Live 4, and they're also doing Data Live 5.
Okay, well, since you brought that up.
Data Live?
No.
Could you imagine if he just hit you with
So
I'd be so happy.
I just want to bring this up because I remember there's some controversy about the studio that has done this series, which some people were like, oh, what a glow up. But so I watched another isekai. It's called I Got a Cheat Skill in Another World and Became Unrivaled
I
in the
also
Real World
almost
too.
watched this one.
So it's by the same studio that did I'm a Spider, So What? And also same studio that co-did the 2016 Berserk Massacre. So
that. So
you know,
great.
the animation actually looks really good. But the thing is, I remember Tristan being like, so what I'm a Spider.
So what
looked-
great animation?
Looked
Like
really
first
good.
1 or 2 episodes.
Yeah. So I'm like, and which...
Don't be tricked.
Yeah,
Don't be tricked.
I think I've watched 2 episodes, and at the very tail end of the second episode, it already went straight to
Yeah.
like hardcore CGI. I was just like, fuck,
They use
fuck.
like hardcore CGI for like large mobs.
Oh no! It literally. So he goes obviously. Well, you don't know much about this. So
I don't.
basically, what this story is the main character's a little obese, and by a little I mean bit on the morbid side.
I get it.
But while being obese, he actually still has like a really good character to himself. Like he sees a girl getting harassed by
Right.
some guys, and he tries to step forward and like do
Sure.
something about it when everyone else just looked away.
Right.
He gets his ass handed to him, obviously. But also in this situation, he's been disowned by his parents and family.
Because he's obese?
No, not because he's obese, even though they did treat him like shit because he was obese. Like, they were like, wash your clothes separate from ours. We don't want them touching.
We don't want the obese touch.
Yeah,
it's not fucking...
Yeah, like, I was like...
God damn!
If my parents were like...
I don't want to catch your fat.
Yeah. Like, what do you mean?
Again, I was like, if my parents were like this, I'm pretty sure I would have become a killer.
Oh, 100%. Like, you understand.
Yeah, I understand the mindset of a killer there. But anyways...
Yeah.
No, he always maintained like a great sense of character because his grandfather was the one person that like actually saw him as a good human being.
Right.
And when his grandfather passed, he left everything he owned to him.
Good.
Oh, so then the family's kissing ass.
So no, then his family disowns him because they tried to take the stuff from him through legal means. And they found out that his grandpa had done enough research that there was no way to take it from him.
Really?
So he's living on his own now, he just graduated middle school. And obviously he got his ass kicked that last day. And it's the summer before he goes to high school. And during this time, he like gets fired from his job because he gets basically beat the shit out of him again. And things are looking south. And also, obviously, he doesn't like the way he looks. So he ends up punching a wall, as all of us do.
We've all been there.
Instead of hitting a stud or, going through the drywall, the wall spins. And it opens up to a hidden room that has a door that leads to another world.
All right.
And
this is an interesting setup.
Yeah. So
super interesting setup.
So you find out that his grandpa was actually an isekai protagonist that had beaten like
the boss.
He
beat the isekai.
He basically collected every legendary weapon you could think of, and all of it's just sitting there waiting for him. So he picks up legendary weapons and immediately goes from level 1 to like level 200 by killing like one thing.
Oh.
And so
that's pretty cool.
After he kills the one thing, he goes back to the real world. And the way it works, when you go back to the real world, some of the items are converted to money depending on what you get from mobs. While he's asleep, he undergoes a transformation to represent his new stats. And he goes from being obese to being like
ripped
cum gutters all day.
Oh, God, yes.
Yeah.
And
woo!
You go from there, basically.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm interested.
Yeah,
I'm interested.
The thing is, it's like the wish fulfillment of the next level.
Yeah,
like, they don't try to disguise it. They're just like, this is basically the same as solo leveling in a way.
Yeah.
But
I think it's a cool way to set it up, though, because like even you just telling me what the story was, you want to root for this dude.
Yeah, you do. But
so like when this stuff happens, you're like, fucking right, dude.
The only issue I have is in the second episode of the anime, once he goes back to the other world to train a bit more before he starts back at high school.
Yeah.
The animation swaps at toward the last scene to being heavily CGI.
That's what happened in So What?
I
I'm
was
a
just
Spider.
like,
So
oh
What?
no, this sounds exactly like what Tristan described that
Yep.
other anime. And then I was like, oh no, I'm seeing like Berserk 2016 in the back of my mind.
Yep, it
Oh,
was
no,
so
don't do
bad.
this.
Because
So-
like the first episode starts off hook, line, and sinker. You're like, this
Oh
animation's
yeah, that's
fire.
how it is.
And then that second episode comes, and you're like, okay, it's still good. It's still good. It's still good.
Last
End
5
of the
minutes.
episode.
Uh-oh.
You're out. And
Yeah.
then you spend the rest of watching the series trying to ride the high of the animation of the first episode.
You're trying to catch that dragon.
And you don't.
That
You never
is-
do.
That's my concern because honestly, the thing is like the character design and stuff is all very beautiful. Like it's well done.
Yeah.
But as far as action scenes, the animation hasn't really shown much of the action scenes. It's been very simple. So I don't feel like it's going to carry through.
But you never know.
Yeah, it could. It could.
You never know.
Like I'm going to keep watching, obviously, because it's an interesting story.
I think it's a super interesting premise.
Have you
Really.
boys watched the newest episode or episodes of Witch from Mercury yet?
Yes.
Nope.
I have not either.
Oh.
Please tell me.
I know he had because welcome to the jam.
Okay,
The
yeah, Space Jam. Yeah,
Yeah.
So I will go ahead and tell you just a little bit, which is there's a little bit of a time skip of about, I think it's like 2 weeks.
Okay.
So you aren't immediately thrown back in, so you don't get to see how they deal with that situation at all. Like basically that whole terrorist attack is just swept under
Swept
rug.
under the rug?
Yeah, 100%. Like
Damn, we forgot about
the
it.
students are told like if you speak about it, you will be basically sent to jail.
And I'm assuming like the Murin is just not fucking with our.
Yeah, she's not there. She's with her dad, who's still like hospitalized and
Okay.
possibly not gonna live.
Gotcha.
Meanwhile,
The main
yeah,
girl.
I can't remember her name.
I can't either.
Yeah, I'm blanking.
I know
The
she looks
Mercury
like-
Witch.
The Mercury Witch. Got it.
Yeah. She, because, 2 weeks have gone by, and the reason why 2 weeks have gone by is because her mobile suit had to be basically rebuilt to a degree because of how much damage it sustained.
It's substantial. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny. It's
So-
almost like what Tristan said, how every Mobile Suit Gundam goes forever is they start with one, it gets overpowered, it gets destroyed, and they rebuild
Well,
it in part two.
When they rebuilt this bitch, they rebuilt it better.
Well, that's how it happened.
Yeah.
But
that's what he
anyways,
You're right.
I know.
so the way that this has worked though is because she's the holder still,
Yeah.
she has to accept every challenge, but she hasn't been able to because her mobile suit's been, being rebuilt.
Ah.
So when you open up on that first episode, she has to fight like 5 people in a row, like all in one match. And then she has to do like, I think in the next episode, she's going to have to do like a battle royale. So
This sounds awesome.
yeah,
Yeah.
shit is hype.
I'm so ready.
Shit
sounds
is hype,
great.
but there's also some shady shit going on. Like, the 2 other Gundam pilots that she fought.
Yeah.
Yeah, they show up at the school.
Ooh.
Yeah, so, and she doesn't know them, but they know her.
Oh.
Of course I do. I remember that from the like second to last episode. of
Yeah, so
part one.
shit's kind of getting real
I'm so
interesting.
excited.
It's good.
I was looking at that and I'm like, man, I'm gonna get caught up in some of this other stuff, and maybe some new stuff, and I'm like,
You really have picked a great time because it's the new season.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
that's what's happened to me is there's a lot of stuff I want to try. Now there's even more listening to you guys talk about it, and I'm like,
Fuck.
I'm overwhelmed.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
There's too many choices.
Meanwhile, I was just like, all these only have one episode. I'll sink into.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I said I'm going to watch 60 episodes of Sword Art Online.
yep.
Woo.
Hey, proud of you.
There-
Honestly, proud of you.
There is one other anime that was like supposed to be super hype that I ended up checking out, and it's Heavenly Delusions.
Yeah, this is another one that's on my I can't wait.
Which, by the way,
Dogman? Is this Dogman?
No, Dogman was from Saito Handyman
Oh.
in Another World, or Handyman Saito.
Oh, I
Handyman Saito.
Yeah, that's toward the end. I don't even want to go into how that happens because
Understood. Understood.
that was the old man. It's just
Gotcha.
shit went weird.
Gotcha. Fair.
But no, Heavenly Delusions is super interesting because basically you have 2 people that are the same person in it. It's very weird. Like
Wait. The 2 people that are the same
same person.
Same age?
No, they're the same exact person. Like
So it's like a clone.
I think is not explained yet. So what it is
Intriguing.
Interested.
so it's post-apocalyptic world. You have when you open up the scene, like basically you have your main character and this girl that's supposed to be protecting him, trying to guide him to wherever he's going, which is a place called Heaven, which is supposed to be like some kind of paradise, obviously.
Like
Yeah.
heaven.
Yeah, like heaven.
Yeah.
In which that's where this guy that's supposed to look exactly like him is supposed to be. Which you get to see that guy doing stuff because it swaps between the 2.
Okay, so it's a multiple perspective first
Yeah.
episode.
It's very interesting because they're living in like, oh, we need to eat like fucking grass.
Yeah.
If we
This
have
guy,
to
I have
survive.
eat this pinky.
Yeah, we have no food. Like they're
Right.
having to loot houses just
Yeah.
to try to keep surviving.
Right.
Yeah.
And which when they do loot houses, a lot of times they're just finding people that starve to death in them.
You're like, fuck.
So they're just like, well, these people died of starvation. We're not going to find food
We're
around
screwed.
here. But on the other end, the other guy that is the same as the main character is living in like this paradise weird. It's almost like Darling in the Franxx. know how the children are in
the
that?
Mistletoe.
Yeah.
Mistletoe.
But
yeah.
how is it the same guy?
He's the same. I don't know what to tell you other
Maybe
than
they're twins.
I don't know if he's a clone or
Time travel? Is it a different period?
no. It's the same time.
Is it like this is Wednesday
actually-
and that's Thursday
it could technically be like
later on?
something like that. It's not explained in the first 2
Did he
episodes.
die and now we're witnessing his life to death?
No. But anyways, there's also demons in this world now. And the main character somehow has the ability to kill them, which is
The
something
main guy or the main girl?
main guy. The main girl does have a gun that runs off of batteries that shoots like a fucking laser.
Now, this main guy, is it the main guy from the good place or the bad place?
The bad place.
Okay, so he's really...
You're just making this real
Yeah,
confusing
I
for
mean,
anyone listening
Honestly,
to this.
it is very confusing because like even watching it, I'm like,
I'm getting confused listening to Peppers try and explain this
Oh.
to himself.
Do you understand what he's saying?
Yeah.
okay, well, thanks, bud. But
Fuck!
no, it's
There's two guys.
Anyway,
But they're the same guy.
yeah, there's the same
Clones.
guy. It might be a clone.
Or twins.
Or twin.
Or different time.
I don't think so.
Or
You don't even fucking know how to
Well, we don't know. So okay, the guy that's in like heaven, we're
Yeah.
gonna call it.
Yeah.
There is school there. There's robots there. And they're in a basically building that has trees and stuff growing in it,
Right.
but they obviously can't get outside. And one of the questions that is asked of them is, do you want to go outside of the outside? Which he was like, what even is that?
Hey, maybe it's before the bad.
apocalypse.
Yeah, it
Apocalypse.
might be before he like escapes or
Yeah,
something.
before he goes to the outside of the outside.
But,
Maybe we're watching
see,
before and then when he's on the outside of the outside.
That's what I assumed at first. But then you find out that, that he's actually trying to find himself, I guess, that's in this heaven place. And he has to like give him some kind of medicine and that's supposed to like save the world.
Maybe
possibly.
he's just got bipolar personality.
Maybe.
Dude, I got no idea. but
Maybe it's some shadow clone jutsu
I
type
will,
deal.
I'll straight up tell you the way that they do the demons and stuff in it, it's pretty sick. Like,
Okay.
I
it-
did see scenes from this and I was like, man, this looks real good.
and also
I'm very confused.
the English dub of it.
Not gonna happen.
Fucking good. No, dude, watch it.
I refuse.
Give it a shot.
I refuse.
It's
good.
I'll watch it either way.
It's good.
I'll watch it. In English
I
dub,
literally watch anime laid up in my bed now because I put the 65-inch TV in my room.
right? Living the dream.
Yeah, 100%. I'm in my bed, PlayStation controller in hand, and I'm just, I don't have to do anything.
Reading those subtitles.
Yep.
I'll watch the English dub, Rex.
You should.
I will.
Like,
won't.
honestly, that's probably one of the best English dubs I've seen in a while.
I will not watch the English. I see a lot of mine. My list is a little bit smaller because I have been so behind
Yeah.
that I had to watch larger.
You had to climb out this hole and then.
And I'm still not completely out of the hole. Like, I still got to finish Blue Lock. I still got to completely finish Shinobi no Itoki.
I still
a
haven't
couple-
started that.
That's actually really
I
good.
tried to. I was like, no.
It's and like a couple of other ones. Every time I get to a certain part in the like list of anime that I'm watching, that one section from JoJo's that I've been watching just kind of creeps
Just
into
looks
the
at
corner.
you like, hey, Tristan.
yeah, and I'm like, no.
Oh, you say that until you subscribe to the YouTube channel, AnimeUnraveled Pod. We
Yeah.
need 150.
150, I have no choice.
Yeah.
Is that everything that you've been watching?
can't wait.
There is one other series I watched. Well,
we gotta
actually-
let you finish because I gotta
Okay.
fight tooth and nail for
So
something.
there's two other series I actually
Okay.
watched. One of them, I can't actually remember the full title. It was like Hentai Eros or some shit.
Hold on.
Hell yeah.
So hear me out.
Hold on.
I don't remember what on Instagram made me want to watch this. There must be some kind of action scene later on that's badass as fuck. But I will tell you, I stopped watching almost within the first 15 minutes.
What was the name of this anime?
Tristan's going to
It's
love
like Hentai Eros or something.
I'll be looking into this later.
it. It'll be it's on
yeah.
the list.
I'll look
Did you get it on? Can I get it on Verve or do I gotta go to the Haven?
I don't know.
I'll check both.
I'll straight up tell you.
I'll figure it out.
I can stream it to my TV from my phone, so it doesn't matter.
So this anime, here's my worst way of describing
Is
it.
this the cum video or cum photo?
No.
Okay.
That's
Oh.
that's actually supposed to be like a super not
Oh.
any kind of etchy. anime.
Hell. It's got a
Yeah.
cum photo.
Yeah, it really do.
It's real funny who's listening to this have no idea what I'm talking about, but there is a cum photo.
It's eye drops. Anyways,
Allegedly.
allegedly. Anyways, no, this one. It's kind of like if the terraformers came to Earth
They did.
and we'll stop. Don't ruin terraformers. Anyways, they came to Earth. There was no spaceship that went out, but basically these terraformers fed on people's perverted thoughts, and the only way to fight them.
Mine would
They'd
be
be full.
obese.
They'd be full from
Yeah.
you.
Morbidly obese.
I was about to say, yeah, they'd be after you like the plague.
No.
Be like that
100%.
guy from that other anime.
Yeah, it'd be like a swarm of locusts behind you.
Nah, they'd drop. They wouldn't be able to fly anymore. They'd be so fat.
It
But-
would be like the Chainsaw Man scene where Denji fought for 3 days. You just make it kill itself.
Uh-huh.
So the main character in this gets like a watch that he basically can like use his perverted energies to like destroy them with.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah. But it's just the most ecchi garbage shit I've ever seen.
Just
Like,
to look into it and get back to
oh
us.
yeah, he probably
The
will.
sacrificial otaku has some research to
I'll
do.
straight up tell you, anytime he uses his power, he goes full nude. So
Hell yes.
and which so do the female companions.
I'm
so.
in. God damn it, I'm in.
Tristan, let us know.
The sacrificial otaku will do what he must.
I'll tell you, I gave up on it real quick. But other than that one, I also watched something that was actually like fucking real anime. Oh Maidens in Your Savage Season.
I have not heard of this one.
It
Yeah,
also sounds etchy though for some reason.
it's not
Sad.
So it's a shoujo in which basically it takes a very realistic view of like coming to age. And it's just these girls that are in a literature club, like kind of going through it. And shit is pretty real. Like,
So is it like if Goodnight Poom Poom made an anime?
it's
But
not
like
It ain't
not,
that- it ain't that real.
not as depressing.
I was
ain't
about to
that
say,
real.
none of these girls are going through anything like that.
But
But
like you dial back the depression of Goodnight Poom Poom by like 40%.
it has the awkwardness of some of Goodnight Poon Poon. Because,
Okay. Yeah, he's a very awkward.
because
character.
so basically, because these girls haven't really been exposed to anything, they don't really know.
right.
Not like good old hentai, whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely not like that.
No.
So one of them had like a childhood friend that lives beside her, and she ends up like taking him food and accidentally walking in on him jacking off. And yeah,
Hold
that's
on.
like she was just like, I don't even know what to do. I like freak out. And I was like,
reminds me
that's
of a
actually
scene
pretty
that I
accurate
saw from the
scene.
first episode of a different anime that I'll talk about.
But also in this literature club, they end up like reading some etchier books, and they're
Yeah.
like, what the fuck is this?
Then they get curious.
Yeah, they get curious. So it's honestly like one of the most realistic portrayals, I feel like.
Of like coming of age and like
Yeah.
going through all that stuff.
Because
and-
also the boy characters in it also are just like, they're very genuine.
Yeah.
Like,
they're not trying to play it up. It's just
yeah,
kinda
it's middle schoolers kind of. So you know how a lot of times in middle school people start bullying others
Yeah.
just so the spotlight's not on them.
Right.
Yeah, that happens to one of the girls, and like one of the boys in her class literally just speaks up because they're like calling her ugly and shit. And he's like, whatever, I think she's like a model, like as far as how she looks. And like everyone just shuts the fuck up for a second. And he just said it like haphazardly, wasn't even paying attention. Everyone stares at him like he's a fucking demon. And I was like, that's pretty accurate, actually.
I think middle school is an interesting time because it
Oh,
is
it's-
true. It's people start bullying because they're going.
They're going
middle
through it.
school, early high school.
Because the thing is, in middle school, like you don't want to be the first one to like hit puberty,
Yeah,
really.
your voice
but
fucking
you also
starts
don't
cracking.
want to be the
Yeah,
last.
it's a fucking
Yeah,
struggle.
because either way, even no matter how you land on that spectrum, if you're at one end or the other, you're getting made fun of
Yeah.
somehow.
and it's usually the time around the time like if you're with your friends or what, like you're starting to notice the
Yeah, changes.
things happening. And,
Yeah.
and so it's kind of cool that they're trying to play it in a serious,
Yeah, and it's done in a very
maybe like
serious way.
wholesome type of way.
It seems that way.
Yeah. What's it called?
Let me look at it again. It's a weird name. Oh Maidens in Your Savage Season.
All right.
All right.
All
All
right.
right.
Which-
I'll look into it.
Yeah, it's
Might be up my alley.
Yeah. I
Maybe
mean, something
if-
a little bit more wholesome, maybe a little bit more like real life.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
it's
I
very
like-
much-
If you give me some good characters and stuff to kind of follow,
You
and
can latch on to that.
I can latch on to that. That's the thing.
That's the only thing, though. I don't know how well the characters actually do yet because I haven't watched the full thing. I think I watched 2 episodes. And I was like, this is too real for me right now.
It's one of those breaks. You can't binge read Goodnight Pun Pun either, my
Nope,
friend.
no.
You binge read half a volume and you say, well, I'm done for a month.
But I think that's all I've really been watching. So
So,
All right,
on
Tristan,
the
you've been teasing this last one.
well, yes, but I'm gonna tease it a little bit more because I got to
Oh.
talk about another one.
what you got?
Well, I actually haven't watched it. I saw like the section of a scene, and me and Rex talked about this. I really want to watch it, and I saw it on Verve, and I'm probably going to watch it tonight. Kamikaze, Working for God in a Godless World.
Okay.
I've heard about this.
There's a
Yeah.
reason why I want to watch this.
Oh, there's multiple reasons
Yeah, there's
I want to
multiple.
watch it.
But the one of the main reasons is that this man dies and gets reincarnated. And when he wakes up, there's a woman with pink hair reading a book. And the book says, oh, good, he's awake. So when he wakes up,
grab the lever
and pull vigorously. So he wakes up to some busty pink-haired woman beating his dick for him.
Yeah.
That's how this anime starts.
She then realizes what she's doing and breaks his dick, though.
Yep.
Yep. What the fuck? What is happening?
So then from there, though, he takes up his place as like a farmer in this world.
Yep.
With a broken dick.
Yeah, with a broken dick.
Yep. Well,
And,
it's probably fixed at this point.
Yeah,
Okay, well,
hopefully.
allegedly.
I gotta say.
I mean, he's working for God, so I'm sure that the gods gave him some like a sprinkling of a
He's
bit.
not working for gods yet. Not yet. So he then goes to market to like buy supplies or maybe sell stuff. I don't remember. But while he's there, he sees the people that are mandatorily being killed because it's just a thing in this world that has to happen when you hit a certain age. Like they're being executed in the streets.
Yeah.
We start with breaking dick.
Oh yeah,
to
you start
fucking-
with like this etchy, happy kind of thing, and it goes straight into the darkest place you can find.
I'm totally on board.
And then
I love darkness and I love etching.
he basically starts his own religion,
Yep.
and that's where it comes from. Like at that point,
I was not expecting this to go places.
it's such a shift.
Boy, it's all over the place.
Yeah,
it's
I feel like a handful of what you guys have talked about today have started one way
and gone.
That
No,
might be a
complete-
trend in anime that's coming.
I think it is because a lot of the newer anime seem to be doing shit like this. I feel like it's like the new edgy kind of thing to do.
like start out one genre and be like, just fucking kidding, boys.
Just kidding.
I'm into it.
And now,
Uh-oh.
the moment you've been waiting for.
What's the tease, man?
Oh, we know what the tease is.
You know what the tease is.
I don't.
Mr. Daniel Peppers.
Yes, sir.
Full name.
Their full name. Full name. I'm back on board with My Hero Academia.
Fuck! I totally forgot he was going to talk about
How did you not know?
Shit! You're right.
I literally told you this at the beginning, like before we started. I was like,
You mentioned it earlier on in the episode, too.
Dude, I wiped it out of my brain.
So,
Fuck you.
it's
ahead.
fine. So, I'm caught up. I'm current. I'm current with My Hero.
Damn
and,
is the season done yet?
yes, the season is done.
Listeners,
listen-
go ahead and turn off the podcast. Thanks for listening this far.
Yeah, you know we're
That's
about
fine.
to shit on
Like
this.
and
No,
subscribe.
I'm not. I'm actually not. Because, honestly, Dark Deku was the breath of life that My Hero needed.
I will say, Dark Deku, as far as in the scenes I've seen.
Rex, no.
Okay, no,
Rex,
stop.
no.
I will say it looks good, but I know it's not good. That's the fucking problem.
But see, here's the
Part
thing.
of my
Here's the
brain's
thing.
like,
Here's the
maybe.
thing, right?
No, part
I
of
did
my
not
brain's
go
like-
into My Hero with the high that I rode during season 1 and 2.
Well, no,
true.
because the last 2 seasons have beat you into the fucking ground.
Not entirely.
I disagree.
Parts of the last 2 seasons.
I
did.
hated the last season.
I thought you liked My Villain Academia.
No, I did not
Oh, well,
enjoy
that's a choice. Anyways, so
I enjoyed like a tiny portion.
you get the
I like the
entire
beginning part of that season.
you get the entire fight with Shigaraki after he awakens, and then after that, Deku goes Dark Deku. He becomes a vigilante.
Sure.
And
He's
he
the hero this city needs.
yeah, pretty much.
Okay, I
he
gotta
becomes
ask,
Batman.
Yeah.
Is All Might still alive?
Yes, but here's the funny thing is that at one point Deku essentially tells All Might to go fuck himself because he's gonna do this himself. All Might's trying to give him food, and Deku's like, "Look, I don't need your help anymore. You're just gonna get hurt," and flies away.
I've seen that scene.
Yep. And All Might, like with a pork cutlet fucking lunchbox,
Which is his favorite food.
which is Deku's favorite food, tries to chase him, falls flat on his face.
Yep.
And then there is a scene where All Might thinks that there's nothing left for him to do. He's upset.
And he commits suicide.
No.
Could you imagine?
That would be
That would be
amazing.
crazy. So he's walking through the city. All of the class has actually defeated Deku and brought him back to UA. And a lot of the people are like, nope, he can't be here. We know that All for One is after him, this, that, and the third. Well, All Might, not knowing what to do, he's walking through the city and he sees the statue of All Might. Well, hero killer Stain has escaped from prison and finds All Might.
Stain was one of the last good villains
He
of My
was.
Hero Academia.
And the only person that is allowed to kill Stain is
All
All
Might.
Might. Well, Stain despises what the shell of what All Might has become, gives him a little bit of information to help with the investigation into the League of Villains and All for One and Shigaraki and all of them, and says to All Might that when All Might is back to his normal self to find him at a certain location, and that's where they will do their final battle to the death.
Yeah, but somehow, he's gonna survive.
Nope, I don't
Yeah.
think so.
You don't think so?
They're hinting. They've been hinting at All Might possibly dying.
Okay, well,
for a while now.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
let's
even
be
in-
honest here. All Might should have been dead long
Well,
ago.
yes, but
All Might
basic-
should have been dead when he did the fucking United States
No,
smash.
I disagree
and
with that.
Basically-
pointed and said,
I-
"It's your turn."
I disagree with that. I still think it would have been way better if it was after they saved Eri
yeah.
and if was her name Tochiki or whatever. The girl that can change into other people using their blood.
Toga.
If she would have used Deku's blood that she had instead of pointing them in the
You've
other
told me
direction,
this.
used his blood to sneak into the academy while he was gone and killed him and him walk in on it.
Yeah.
It would have been the best fucking thing.
That would have been good.
But they're hinting at it because it's hinting that the manifestation of All Might's consciousness in One for All is starting to become more active. So typically, they seem to think that it could just be due to Deku's connection with One for All. But I personally think it's because they have been hinting at there being a situation in which All Might does indeed sacrifice himself for Deku.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised.
I hope so. You know what? I hope so. I know you're gonna enjoy the ride.
I honestly would.
I am.
I will not.
So
That's sad.
I would honestly rather be a situation where after Deku had turned him down to like him helping him at all, like Deku having had the opportunity to save him and just doesn't.
I think here I've come to the realization, right? Because I did catch up on the season 5 and all that, unfortunately, but I did that. I am.
Do it again.
I am past like caring about the All Might character. I think
I
think
really
they ruined
don't.
that character. I really just hope for fans that are fans of My Hero. I want them to get a good story going because they have not, in my opinion, had a good story going for 2.5 seasons.
I just think that it's
So I hope for the fandom. I hope
Yeah.
for people that have stuck
I hope
with
there's
it.
a payoff.
I truthfully, from the bottom of my heart, hope Tristan that you get a payoff.
I
Me
will
too.
say the Dark
I
Deku
really do.
part did seem like a decent little
pretty
payoff.
interesting. It's pretty cool to watch. What
Rex, you're already out. Don't get in.
I'm
Don't
sorry.
get in. He's stuck. I've lost him. Okay, goodbye. I love you. I hope you have a payoff. Rex, don't do. You're better than this.
Rex,
you're
listen to me.
better, You're better than this,
Listen to
Rex.
me.
Don't do
Listen
this,
to
The
Rex.
dark side.
Don't do this, Rex. Oh,
if you can get through the lows of JoJo's, you can definitely get through the lows of My Hero.
I have completely changed my mind on how I'm going to do the art for this episode. I have a great idea now.
Oh, okay.
Even though the original one was pretty good.
Yeah, actually, that you brought this up. Let us know in the comments. Rex has been doing the art for the thumbnails. I think they've been turning out killer, but yeah, let us know what you think.
Yeah, I think that they've been pretty fantastic.
I'm really
also.
proud of the guy. He's doing a great job. You're doing a great
pretty good.
job,
Hey.
buddy.
I try.
Proud of you.
I try.
Yeah.
But we've rambled on.
Yeah,
for
we've
about
done
an
it.
hour and 15 minutes on the anime that we've been watching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have not been watching anime.
That guy.
I'm in my Tristan arc.
You playing video games?
Nope.
I mean, yes.
Oh, I am.
Sleeping Dogs, Halo.
Yeah, that's true. I have been playing a little video games, but yeah, I just haven't.
Also editing, though.
Yeah, I've been
You
doing
have your
some-
plate full.
I have-
Also work.
I've been doing some things. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
you know what? Busy life.
Busy. That's what. They
One of
say.
these days, I'll learn how to do some of the editing stuff to help you out with that.
I'm working on that. I'm trying to figure out a good time, even though you were on vacation and I had some days, but we'll figure this out.
Yeah.
We'll figure this out. We'll be back. But we're always on every week.
Oh, yes. Come watch us on youtube.com. AnimeUnraveled Pod. Please like and subscribe. Leave a comment below. Let me know how you like the thumbnail, even though first one's not going to be nearly as good as this next one.
We have over 100 subscribers. We have the URL. We can get the URL now. We can
Yeah.
get youtube.com/AnimeUnraveledPod.
Yeah. Also, as always, I've been slacking a little bit. It used to be every day. Hey, listen, things happen, but we're on the TikTok, Anime Unraveled Pod on TikTok. It's a little short burst. You can go over there, hang out with us. I promise you. I'll upload one day.
One day.
It's been a crazy
Or I'll
week
have
or
to
so.
learn, and you'll have to send me like the raw file. We'll hash this out. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it is the end of the episode. It is my favorite part of the episode.
No, it's not.
Yeah, according to some, it's not their favorite part of the episode, but here's why it's my favorite part of the episode. It's because you guys have made it to the end with us, and this has been a long episode of us just talking.
Yeah.
Not really a lore episode, just a catching up episode.
An anime podcast talks about anime.
Yeah,
Been
first time for everything.
Been a minute. But guys, if you can, please make sure to leave a review, like, and subscribe. It really helps us out. It really gets our name out there and gets us out into other people's algorithms. Spotify, head on over to youtube.com/AnimeUnraveled and you should be able to
subscribe to the YouTube channel.
Yep,
Yeah,
and
it's a
leave a
vicious
comment.
cycle.
Yep,
Yeah, hey,
vicious cycle.
Hey, just listen to us. I'm just happy you're listening to us.
Guys, make sure to get our name out there. Talk to your Arby's employees.
Yeah, let them know.
We're real big on the Arby's employees.
Yeah. Well, and just let them know. Look at an Arby's employee and be like, "Hey, how does it feel to work at Darby's?" and see if they fucking know. You know, it'd be like a little code word.
What if they look at them and go, Anime Unraveled Pod?
Dude, Anime Unraveled Pod. Have you heard him? I hear that.
You want Meat Mountain?
That's what
fellas,
they're
come in close. You getting the Meat Mountain? Are you getting the Meat Mountain?
And then Arby's employees, if you listen to this podcast, if someone says Darby's to you, give them the Meat Mountain for 50% off.
They won't do that.
I don't know if they got the power.
I don't think that you can just order a Meat Mountain on the pad.
No, you can't.
No. You go.
You have to
Tristan,
ask.
it's okay. You can go talk to people outside in the real world.
Can you?
Can you?
I do.
Did you?
I don't know. Well, I don't know. Hey, thanks for listening. I got real sad. This is a real weird way to end it. But thanks for listening. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.